Welcome you all. Welcome so much to our annual celebration of our high school seniors who have committed to the U.S. military. I often say, and our board members have heard me say this, that I think this is my favorite event of the year. Something about celebrating our students who make that commitment is just powerful. As we go through this today, I'm going to give you a little talk because I can't resist. I'm going to talk to you a little bit. And then our Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Schools, Lee Webb, is going to come and read each name. And Dr. Webb, I know you're going to share a little bit of that detail about the process we'll go through. But what we're hoping is that each of you as parents, as grandparents, as guardians, as family members, will have that opportunity to get a photo and to have that memory of just these last few weeks of school, knowing that we appreciate your child, your grandchild, for committing to service in the U.S. military. And as we get started, I want to welcome our board members. We have 8 of our board members here tonight. And if you would just stand up and wave when I introduce you. Ms. Jenna Priya. Ms. Priya is from the Nolensville, Arrington area. Sheila Cleveland from the Brentwood area. Donna Clements. She's from the Grassland area. Eric Welch, representing part of Franklin. Casey Haw, south side of Franklin. Dan Cash, representing the Summit area and the Spring Hill area. Rick Wimberly from the Grassland, North Franklin area. And Drayson Beasley from the east side of Franklin. So if you would, yes, thank you. You know, last night I spoke to our county commission. Our board members make the core decisions for us as they lead us, and our county commission is our funding body. And every month I speak to them, and I usually bring a funding issue or so to them. So I brought a few to them last night, and as I spoke to them, I try to always give them just a little nugget or two about what we're doing in Williamson County Schools. And I told them that this is the time of year when we're celebrating. We're celebrating our students. So I shared a couple of facts with them. I shared with them that we had 78 students named as National Merit Scholars this year, a record for us. I shared with them that we had 97 students who were all-state in band, choir, theater, or orchestra this year, another record. But I finished with this, that tonight, last night I said, tomorrow night we're going to be celebrating our students who've committed to the U.S. military. And we had 47. And I got to tell you, that number went up since last night. We're in the low 50s right now because there's something about the humility of students who've committed to the military. I think their friends are telling them, you need to tell your principal what you're doing. So we're actually over 50. We believe that may be a record for us. And I told the commissioners I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about tonight. I just didn't know. But I had done a little research yesterday. And I checked on the number of active duty military members compared to the U.S. population. And if I did my research correctly, about 0.4% of Americans are active duty military. 0.4% of Americans are active duty. That small group has made a commitment to defend us all. That small group has unselfishly placed their lives for us to defend our freedom. That small group is preparing to take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You're joining that group, you all, who unselfishly places yourself for the good of all. I also mentioned to the commission, I wanted to give a quote. and one popped into my head from the Battle of Britain, and it happened to be from an American who was the Prime Minister of England. Did you guys know that? Winston Churchill actually was a U.S. citizen. And some of you may have heard this line, and I can't help but share it. Never have so few sacrificed so much for so many. And you're living that now. Our hope and our prayer is that you live that in safety, but we know that you're committing to live that no matter what. And we appreciate it. You know, in your lifetime, students, the war on terrorism has been ongoing. It started maybe when you were babies, maybe just a little bit before you were born. And during that time, we've been reminded that democracy is fragile. We've been reminded that freedom deserves protection. And we've been reminded that it takes a commitment from some of every generation to defend it. And I hope that those of you who haven't served recognize that it ultimately takes us all to make sure that we defend that. But to thank those who put themselves on that line to defend us. You know, and in that county commission meeting that I mentioned, I know at least 2 of them were veterans themselves. Our county mayor is a Vietnam veteran. There's one county commissioner who finished his military service right about the time his father, a sitting county commissioner, passed away. And he agreed to fill his father's term in office. And then he ran in his own right for county commission to serve us. Your school board has veterans. School board members, those of you who are veterans, would you please stand up? Dan Cash and Eric Welch both served in the U.S. Army. I think Dan has joked, not at the same time, right? Something to that effect. Those of you in the audience who are veterans, will you please stand up so that we can thank you? You know, I mentioned the county commission, I mentioned the school board, those who serve at the local level. Anyone want to guess how many U.S. presidents served in the military? 45 U.S. presidents, just you can silently guess. 31 of our 45 U.S. presidents served in the U.S. military, somehow, some way. There's something about military training that prepares Americans for leadership. I mentioned that 0.4% who are currently in the military, and yet you heard those numbers I've shared about our local leaders and our national leaders at the presidential level. There's a disproportionate amount of leaders in our country compared to those who serve. There's something about the military that raises leaders. And isn't it ironic that you learn to lead having to take orders? Think about that. Isn't that odd? A lot of your commitment is taking orders from those who rank above you. And in that process, you learn to lead. Those of you who are joining the military, committing either to be enlisted immediately after graduation or going to JROTC programs, whatever you're doing, I know that you're learning how to lead. I ask you, in that time you're in the military, that recognize in that training you're doing, you will have a career in the military, but in part, you're being prepared for your entire life, for that life of service that helps lead us as a nation, that helps us to stay the nation that we are and that we want to be and that we can be to help us grow. So thank you for that service. We're going to spend a few moments tonight thanking you one by one. And Dr. Webb, I'm going to turn this over to you to lead us through that process.
Thank you, Mr. Golden. It's a great pleasure that I have this evening to read the names of our students. And before we do that, I want to give a few instructions to our students. When I announce your branch of the military, students, you're going to gather on my right, your left, by Miss Dickerson. She's going to line you up. You're going to walk across the stage where you'll be recognized and celebrated with Mr. Golden and any recruiter or branch representative who's here with you. If you are a member of the military who will be greeting students tonight as a recruiter, please go over to my left, your right, and wait there, and we will call you to stage as a branch of military. We're going to begin with the Air Force. So students who are recruits for the United States Air Force, please make your way to my right. And parents, after we announce each individual student, we will do a group photo on stage, and then we will have the opportunity for parent photos afterwards on stage and in the lobby. All right, so we are beginning with the Air Force. From Centennial High School, Emmanuel Barr, Air Force. From Franklin High School, Matthew Peck, Air Force at the University of North Carolina State. From Independence High School, Benjamin Charles Howard, Air Force Scholarship, Texas A&M University. From Independence High School, Gabriel Jacob Bruno, Air Force. Let's have a round of applause for our Air Force recruits. Individuals, if you would, please join Mr. Golden on stage for a group photo. As they're gathering for a photo, I want to read the names of the individuals who are also joining the U.S. Air Force who are not able to be in attendance this evening. From Independence High School, Michael Brandon Mayers. Independence High School, Benjamin George Iverson. Independence High School, Luke Boldazar. And from Nolensville High School, Sophie Ruby. Let's give one final round of applause for the Air Force. Air Force Academy, Air National Guard, please make your way to the side stage. From Independence High School, Rory Haven Shedd, Air Force Academy. From Nolensville High School, Sean McVeigh, Air Force Academy. From Ravenwood High School, Grace Budenay, Air Force Academy. Air Force Academy, please join for one final group photo, and let's have a round of applause for this group of recruits. We have one additional recruit who is not able to be here this evening. From Brentwood High School, Adrian Torino, the Air National Guard. We'll begin with the Army. From Centennial High School, Michael Osteen, Army. From Fairview High School, Etnan Mounier, Army. From Franklin High School, Caleb Fowler, Army. From Franklin High School, Adam Buntney, Army, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. From Independence High School, Gina Reese Ferris, Army, receiving scholarship, University of Alabama in Huntsville. From Page High School, Joseph Barr, Army, receiving scholarship, UT Knoxville. All right, let's gather for one final photo for the Army. Unable to join us this evening from Fairview High School, also joining the Army, is Dalton Johnson. Trevor Rovey, please join us on stage. Also from the Army? No? From the Navy? Oh. Okay, fair enough. We're going to let you rest for just a moment. All right, let's begin. From Centennial High School, Angel Avila, Tennessee National Guard. From Fairview High School, Jacob Say, Army National Guard. From Independence High School, Luke Cruz Painter, Army National Guard. From Independence High School, Jenilyn Jolie Lazo, Army National Guard, Lipscomb University. Page High School, Parker Pugh, Tennessee Army National Guard, Minuteman Scholarship, Freed-Hardeman University. Page High School, Lillian Otto, Army National Guard, UT Martin. Ravenwood High School, Tyler Klein, Army National Guard. If we can have all of our National Guard honorees this evening to join on center stage for a photograph. And we would like for our Army ROTC and our Military Academy at West Point recruits to please join us side stage. Also joining the Tennessee National Guard, not able to be here this evening, from Centennial High School, Jose Sigaviano, and from Nolensville High School, Peyton Wells. All right, we'll begin with the Army ROTC. From Brentwood High School, Sierra Clydesdale, Army ROTC, Auburn University. From Franklin High School, Norman Herman, Army ROTC, Appalachian State University. From Franklin High School, Veronica Beach, Army ROTC, receiving scholarship at the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. From Independence High School, Frankie Freitas, Army ROTC, Tennessee Tech University. From Ravenwood High School, Charlie Kesso, Army ROTC, receiving scholarship at the University of Tulane. From Summit High School, Josh Bonson, Army ROTC, MTSU. Summit High School, Taylor Arrington, Army ROTC, Hampton-Sydney College. From Centennial High School, Ellen Grayson, Army ROTC, receiving scholarship, Western Kentucky University. Let's have all of our Army ROTC recruits please join us center stage. And please welcome Coast Guard, Marine Corps, and Naval Academy, including the Navy, to join us side stage. Unable to be here this evening with a commitment to the Military Academy at West Point from Brentwood High School is Abigail Hare. Also unable to join us tonight from Fairview High School, Caleb Gallagher, Coast Guard. From Fairview High School, Brandon Lee, Marine Corps at the Arizona State University. From Ravenwood High School, Hallie Prince, Marine Corps. And from Ravenwood High School, Will Johnson, Naval Academy. Our next group being recognized is from the United States Navy. We'll begin with Centennial High School. Riley Tuttle, Navy. From Independence High School, Hunter Phillip Brenham, Navy. From Independence High School, Sam Lee Impey, Navy. From Independence High School, Ava Claire Gordon, Navy, with offers from Yale University and the Naval Academy. From Page High School, Trevor Rovey, Navy, Virginia Tech. This time, let's have all of our United States Navy commits to please join us center stage for a group photo. Unable to be with us this evening from Ravenwood High School, also with a commitment to the United States Navy, is Jonah Zahn. Our final group for recognition this evening is from Navy ROTC. We'll begin with Summit High School. Jacob Lampert, Navy ROTC, Texas A&M University. From Summit High School, Connor LaHaye, Navy ROTC, University of Arizona. Next, we'll do a group photo with our Navy ROTC. As a sign of appreciation, let's give one final round of applause to all of our senior students committing to our armed forces. Also unable to be here this evening from Nolensville High School, Isabel Kahn, Navy ROTC, University of South Carolina. Now welcome back to stage Superintendent Jason Golden.
Thank you all. Like I mentioned, I think this is a record for us, and we, again, appreciate your service. I have to make one comment. You didn't hear a voice in the audience, but I think some of you students may have heard. Did you recognize Carol Birdsong was the one taking the photographs? What do we know about Carol Birdsong here in WCS? Right? Yeah. Those of you who are enlisting in some branch of the military service, I don't think you're going to get any more inclement weather days. I'm not sure there are any more. Maybe for the ROTC programs, there may be one or two from your universities, but it's a different world out there. And we are so proud of you. We are so humbled that we've been a little part of your parents and your grandparents and your families raising you. We wish you well, and we know that you're going to do great things during your time in service and throughout your life and careers. So thank you, congratulations. I hope you have a good, safe last couple of weeks of school as we're still controlling you just that little bit, and we look forward to where you're headed. Congratulations.